Hello, we are awesome.Invoke, and this is Rocket Spaz, our final project for Full Sail University's game design program. We'd like to share a little bit about our development process with you, the tribulations and the lessons we've encountered throughout the adventure. However, before we get started, let's have a look at the game. In Rocket Spaz, the player controls a speeding jet-powered rocket. They must collect coins and complete objectives to progress to the next level and earn the high score.
We had gotten together as a team months before our project started, so it gave us a chance to get to know each other and brainstorm. We all kind of latched on to one idea and just started feeding all of our ideas into it. We weren't concerned with whose idea was whose or putting anybody in charge or anything. We just wanted to make some progress and make this game come to life. So whenever we had a problem or we just needed to figure something out, there wasn't a who's who in the team. Everybody just got together and worked together on it. So I think that our team communication made this project. It made it so much easier to do and come to fruition and have a shared vision.
In our original design, we had many other features: a ragdoll hanging from the rocket, more level designs, moving platforms, and even enemies. These ideas were eventually scrapped due to scope and a better definition of our gameplay.
We had issues with the rocket controller from the very beginning of the project. We had intended it to add this zany, fun, out-of-control element to the game, and we also intended for it to be comically difficult to control. Rather than starting with a simplified controller and adding those elements of zany, out of control on top of that, we started with an already modified controller, and it was a huge setback. Considering that this project was to be primarily used as a portfolio piece, the game was too difficult to play, so we started to listen to playtester feedback, instructor feedback, and we completely reworked how the controller handled mouse input. We removed all of the mouse decay, any randomization, and then added the mouse sensitivity slider and our final solution, the reticle. Once we considered the rocket controller to be in a playable functional state, we moved on to tune our gameplay flow, which we at first handled with the level countdown timer and the fuel system. As soon as the rocket runs out of fuel, it crashes, and even if the player had fuel in the rocket, the timer would still end their session, and it was very abrupt and final. So we pulled the level timer out completely, and then we changed some of the values on the fuel collectibles and added more to each level so that the player had to collect more fuel cans and also explore the levels more, which are two of our main mechanics: collection and exploration. And doing that, we also got rid of that abrupt and final end of gameplay.
We wanted to give players a real flight game, not just letting them glide over a distant world. So we let players fly around our 3D set pieces without an up or down to give them a new perception of what it means to fly. We wanted them right in the middle of our space. In Rocket Spaz, we challenge players with completing objectives by collecting coins, flying through rings in sequence, chasing down a fleeing runner, and finding some tricky hidden coins. Completing objectives is what defined our difficulty, so we needed to make sure that was a challenge, but still fun to do. In open areas, we found our objectives to be easy to complete, but contouring our objectives to our level increased the difficulty. The more we could make players zig and zag to collect our coins, fly through our rings, or chase down the runner, the more we tested their ability to do it. This informed our final level designs and exploration in the level. There is still a ton we'd like to do. The levels turned out to be great set pieces mechanically to challenge and develop players. But with changes in direction to the aesthetics later in development, we were content to keeping it simple and providing a vibrant level to fly around with fun music to keep players in the mood we wanted for them.
We wanted a UI that was clean and simple, but still provided good feedback for players. We ended up going with a neutral UI scheme so that it would stand out better against the colorful levels. What really helped with the design of the UI is starting early and using placeholders. This allowed us to get a feel for where each element would be placed in the level and avoid making certain areas of the UI more heavy than others. The final audio in the game is great. However, when using free assets, it's very hard and time consuming to find audio that is consistent and fits with the design. We got around this for the most part by creating small sound effects for different things in the game, like objectives. The rest was just wading through multiple sound files until we found what we felt fit. With the background music, we wanted to give the illusion of amping up the player as they progress through the levels. Playing the game, you will notice how different the music is from the beginner level as opposed to the advanced level. When selecting the background music, we stuck to one or two musical genres so that it felt more consistent throughout the game.
Throughout the course of the project, we learned the value of team cooperation. We struggled together, solved every concern together, and challenged and improved each other's designs. We set out to make a game that would make you laugh, make you say just one more, and maybe make you say a curse or two. And what we delivered in the end was exactly that. Thank you very much for your time. We are awesome.Invoke, and we hope you enjoy Rocket Spaz.